So we had a great response from the community. And, you know, I just have to give a big shout out to all of our local sponsors who were so generous in raising the money. We really appreciate it so much.
I think you've got some of those local sponsors on the back of, I know you wanted to give me this T-shirt here that you mentioned. There are, seems like I saw somebody, maybe there was a WBTW logo.
Well, we have a WBTW, you know,
important.
Channel 13 worked with us on the
News
telethon.
Channel 13, yes.
And they were great. Their staff and their talent they were just wonderful. Been working with them for a number of years, and they do a real good job of you know, encouraging folks to call
year after
talking
year
about the miracle children that are brought to the telethon. So it's, you know, it's been a very positive experience this year, and we Hard Rock Theme Park hosted us this year.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh!
What was that all about? And so it was over how many hours? Just break it down if viewers were not around or tuning in to TV 13 over that time.
We went on the air 2 Saturdays ago at 4 o'clock, and we're on the air till after 1 a.m. I mean after 12. After
midnight. Okay, so a straight 8-hour shot. Yeah.
Yes, with no commercial breaks.
Good.
So they know that is part of their donation to us.
That is tremendous on a Saturday to give that much inventory. I mean, that much time period to an 8-hour to any nonprofit. That is wonderful.
Of course, it's a very positive experience for anybody who even, you know, is able to attend the telethon just to watch for a few minutes. And Hard Rock, oh my gosh, they just did such a great job of hosting us. We had all the employees that we came in contact with were just wonderful. And the park is amazing. You've got to go to the park.
Viewers need to go there.
You need to go there.
HardRockPark.com, great information, HardRockPark.com, or just to give them a call.
I think it's
236
HardRockPark.com. They actually, I was looking at their website. I get their little e-newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
They just lowered the rates for locals.
Is that right? Good.
And
to what?
So I'm giving them a big pitch to Hard Rock.
I think is it the $39 for
38 or 39.
North and South Carolina?
Yeah.
That is tremendous.
And then there's a big service industry promotion coming up very soon.
The HIP thing, HIP on Tuesday nights.
Oh, okay. You're more in tune than I am.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen some of those ads in the Herald. That's right.
Yeah.
Nice, HardRockPark.com. They've got great information, and they do need to get folks out there. And surely they stepped out to give back to the Children's Miracle Network.
Yes, and we are expecting, we're hoping to have more partnership with them.
Good.
So
what is the age of the children that are oftentimes housed there at the entire children's, McLeod Health, the facility
Children's Hospital.
Right.
Really, you know, preborn, you know, the NICU, neonatal intensive care, up to 16. Yeah,
up 16. to 16.
We've got cardiologists and orthopedists, and there was another specialists who
Lots of tremendous specialists here
tremendous
in the area.
specialists. We have over 200 staff that work there, 200 beds that are dedicated to the Children's Hospital.
You've been there many times, Susan.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
Right.
Yep.
For folks who may have never visited, what would they experience visiting it? Or is it, as you said, there's all ages there?
Yeah,
so.
Well, the environment is very, very child-friendly. Little ladybugs on the floors, and in the children's rooms there are stars glued to the ceiling, so when you turn off the light, the stars glow. You know, bright, happy colors. Good. There is a Child Life Activity Center, which is a wonderful place, and a lot of the toys and equipment and the foosball and that sort of thing, they were purchased through gifts from Children's Miracle Network. The fundraisers that we've had. And sometimes we will the needs are specifically identified, and we raise the money specifically for those projects. Anyway, within the confines of the Child Life Activity Center, no medicine is administered.
Really?
No shots. No blood pressure is taken. It's their safe zone. If they have to have their medication or any of that done, they are taken out of the Child Life Activity Center, because that's their safety downtime zone. Because if a child's been in the hospital for a long time, it's really, it's wearing on them, it's wearing on their parents. So.
And there truly are tons of special needs of many of the children in there.
Oh, it runs the gamut. Absolutely does.
What do you think prompted your original involvement there, Susan? That got you? Had you heard about it early on about the Children's Health Facility there?
Well, I went to work with the foundation years ago and realized that I was in a wonderful place. Foundation. I've always had a fond affection for McLeod. Both my children were born there. And it's just always been our family's hospital of choice.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just always been that connection. But it's a special place to be. There are a lot of special folks still there. I don't get to see those folks I used to work with years ago, but they're there. I know they'll be there a lot longer than I will.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're dedicated. A lot of dedicated folks.
Are you a Palmetto State native?
Yes.
Susan? You
yes.
are. That's great.
Born and raised here in Darlington.
In the PD?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that you truly have been around this viewing area a long time and visiting this area. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. What is it about the area you love so much to have never left?
Well, to tell you the truth, I've given a lot of thought to that because of my other job. And it's about making a choice of where you want to be. And I've left the area a couple of times, when I was younger. But then I always chose to move back here. It's the people, it's the weather. We have 4 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
We, every now and then we might get a little sprinkling of snow, and that just excites my senses. It's just, and you just can't. The people here are so nice. I think that's basically it. People here care about one another, and that speaks to my heart. Throughout the state, not just in the PD or not just on the Strand, but throughout, folks really care. And I tell you another thing about being from mostly the PD, I guess, is the ease of getting from one major area to another. The mountains are 4 hours away. The beach was an hour and a half away. Charleston 2 hours. Charlotte 2 hours. Atlanta 4 hours. I mean, where else are you going to live that has that kind of convenience to travel a little bit?
And the great interstate connections there with 20 and 85 and 95, excuse me, and then really having
we're at a crossroads.
A perfect area there. That's wonderful. You mentioned my other job, and I'm sorry, I know this is, of course, focused on CMN, the Children's Miracle Network, but you joined another tremendous profession when you moved to the beach. Yes, I'm
a realtor with the Litchfield Company.
Great, good. Another great reason to live on the south end there. The Litchfield Company's got a lot going on right now.
They do, and it's a tremendous company, and I'm very proud to be part of that.
Yeah. We hear a lot about housing being in the doldrums. Is this something that you're experiencing, Susan?
Greg, let me just say this about that. We've been going through a market correction. We have not really seen prices falling that much.
Good.
Because the value is still there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what people are buying. They're buying the value. You can still find some deals, but I would say for the most part, when you're looking at the Litchfield Company and what we have to offer, it's the value. And of course, that there just isn't that much beachfront property left. So we're not good. I just don't see the beachfront property being discounted. But it's picking up. And things are selling. People are listing. The houses are selling.
That's
we're
tremendous.
Doing okay.
You're working for a great company. We see both print ads, billboards, even TV and otherwise, highlighting the Litchfield Company and its tremendous success, selling out some big projects even recently.
Yes.
Continuing to have great success. What prompted you to get into real estate, Susan?
I've been a realtor for 5 years.
Is that right?
And
so you started in the PD?
Yes, and I was looking for a job.
Oh, good answer.
So I thought, I'll make my own.
I better do that. That's right,
But I've been doing it for 5 years, and just really, it's great for me because it's a great flexibility for my time, and I don't have to, punch a time clock. It gives me an opportunity to meet lots of people and help people. I think real estate is, for me, about helping people solve a problem.
And their problem there is...
Do I want to sell it? How can I sell it? How can I get the best price? Or I need a house. How can I find one? Help. What's the neighborhood like?
It really is oftentimes a very big problem. Folks are trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. And sometimes you become great friends with your clients, which is a lot of fun. you know.
That's tremendous. Golly, Susan, you go through all those steps and think that how you can make that impact. And it goes on, there's lots of different amalgamations of that, but clearly you're doing it now.
I'm doing it.
That is wonderful. Well, you know, obviously the real focus here on the Children's Miracle Network, we've got just a minute here. As you think about the reason for folks now to think, as the telethon's wrapped up, how can they be involved in continuing to help the Children's Miracle Network? If the telethon is, surely you'll be preparing for next year's telethon. Yes. Is it as simple as having seen some of these in their office or carrying them in their car and letting folks know the children are truly in need?
Could be as simple as that, Greg. It could be as simple as just selling the miracle balloons, putting a change canister on your counter. Good. Or it could be as involved as calling me and asking how you can distribute the miracle balloons and pick up the canisters when they need to be picked up, because all that money's got to be counted.
Right.
It could be even more involved with getting your company or civic organization together for a nice fundraiser.
Great. Yes.
You know, we're coming up in the end of June, 1st of July.
Okay.
The Food Lions are doing something called Chilling on the Grilling, I think it is.
Good, good.
So they're doing cookouts, but anything, a street dance, a silent auction, anything like that.
And you're capable and willing to come speak to groups as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Great.
Yes,
Great.
Absolutely. I was just at a Rotary Club last Friday, you know, sharing with them what we're all about. So we're trying to make an impact in Horry County, and because we do have a lot of donors down here.
Right.
We have a lot of people who live here that we're trying to get to let them know how much we appreciate them.
Yes.
Who've been giving for years, and we do need to touch base with them.
You're doing that right now. Susan, thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm sorry we've run out of time.
Thanks, Greg.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Susan Swing Nettles coming up next. You know, it doesn't take a superhero to help save a life. It doesn't take a superhero to help save a life. But you can be a superhero. Think about it. You can be a part of that by helping children. Support the Children's Miracle Network. Support McLeod Health and all it does day in and day out to make a difference in the lives of so many children here. Give them a call, 843-777-2694, 777-2694. You can go online to www.mcleodhealth.org. Click on the C&M icon there. You can make a donation online. You can read some of the frequently asked questions. You can see pictures of some of the children that are impacted by diseases early in life, that are impacted by debilitating issues that they're faced with very early in their lives. There's a 12-county region here that McLeod's making a difference with every day. Support them. Help them pass. They've raised almost $1 million. Let's make sure they get past that number in 2008. Be a superhero. Support McLeod Health. Susan, thanks so much for being with us this morning.